morning. Hi guys, how are you? Did you like that flyby? Did you like it? Was it cool? Hope you did. You didn't? Oh well, go do it yourself. Happy Sunday to you, one and all. We are down here going to do a little bit of test runs today. We have a sideways wind today, so it's blowing that way. So we're going that way. So we got some shielding of the building, so wind really shouldn't be a problem. Unless we come around the end of the building and there's a big blast coming through the end down there, we'll have to hold on tight for that. And if that becomes a problem, we'll just go another day. But anyway, here we are. We're fully loaded today. Back battery, front batteries. We're charged up. We're looking good. We got all the gear on today. We got knee pads on. We got the semi-armored boots on, shoes, the mountain biking boots with the padding in the ankles and stuff, so you don't bust them up on your pedals and on rocks and shit like that, and you don't get cleat spike, so that helps with that. Got the backpack on today. It's pretty heavy, and got the full gear underneath. Got the whole vest on today with the arm pads, shoulder pads, breastplate, and a full back plate. And right now I'm sitting at a current weight of, with all this shit on, we're talking about 234 pounds. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to ditch the backpack. So I'm going to ditch the backpack for now, because it's just a bunch of water and an air compressor and a bunch of shit you don't need. So that will make it better. And the pack by itself weighs approximately 8.5 pounds. So I weighed this as I left the studio today. But we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna make some simple passes and see how it goes. You know, day to day, things just change. It's just different. Bike hack's different. Everything's different. I'm only interested in breaking the time that I had before. So if I break the time that I had before, then that's great. But if we can't hook, and with both batteries and stuff, we'll go on. We've made a couple minor changes to the bike, so to try to accommodate the both batteries. So stiffened up the front just a bit, and yes, we did stiffen up in here. I don't even want to mention that. I don't touch that with a 10-foot pole, because it'd be Troll City. But tighten it down for the extra speed and the extra weight. So I set it more to the weight that I'll be riding the bike rather than when I just free ride. So yeah, more gear on today, extra battery in. And I'm gonna tell you, after riding both ways, taking off the battery in the rack and the fenders is absolutely fantastic. The bike is like how it's intended to be. I almost warn people, don't do it, because you're going to like the bike so much that actually putting your extended range battery back on is going to make you just kind of not feel as good. So maybe don't take this off, because once you take it off, you're not going to want to put it back on, unless you're a range guy. And I know there's a lot of guys that puff out their chest and I just ride at 50 miles an hour all the time. Well, that's great. You shouldn't be riding e-bikes. You should be riding at least an e-moto, or just get a motorcycle, man. I mean, I don't know. These are e-bikes, power performance e-bikes, all right? So, but to each their own. Do what you want to do. If you want to add batteries and 50 million batteries so you can go 100 miles at 50 miles an hour, find a way to fabricate that to your bike and without hurting yourself, and have fun with that. But this is what I do. You can do what I do, not do what I do. Don't care about what I don't care. What I do is for the betterment of the bike, and some suggestions going forward on what we might do on 3.0 and 4.0. Right now I'm shooting for 4.0 because I have no clue what they're doing with 3.0. So I'm searching for 4.0. And maybe they quit making the bike. Maybe someday somebody says, well, we just can't make the Predator anymore. And then somebody else will have to step up and take it from there. So let's try to have some fun today. Let's just see how this weather's acting, and see how the buffeting is when we get down there, and see what our times are off the line. If hopefully there's something good. If there's something good, we'll include it. If it all isn't as good as what we put up, I'm not going to put up worse footage than I already have. So, hey, love it or hate it, that's just the way it is. So let's just go have some fun. Let's just go do some warm-ups. And we're just going to take you live and just go out there and just do a couple warm-ups. And these are just going to be some really light stuff, man. Really, really, really light stuff. Just some little tiny pulls to get the blood going and try to get your timing down and all that kind of good stuff. So just move this pack a little bit more into the weeds here, so it's not standing out like a completely a sore thumb. There you go. There. Now we're hidden. And that's all the 50 security cameras down here saw me do it. Anyway, so let's just drive this around. We're going to try to do this in as few cuts as possible. Let's keep everybody with us today on this Sunday. This kind of be our little, this would be our family ride here. We're just in rear wheel right now. First thing I'd like to do is just kind of check the course. So I'm just going to roll down here and check the course, make sure we're okay. And of course we have to be in at least in one. 0 throttle don't work. But anyway, we're just in rear wheel drive. We're just going to check things out. I like to check my switches, make sure everything else is going good. I like to go to it with a slow pass, make sure there's no rocks down here that I didn't see on the way through. A couple leaves here and there are fine. Switch it over to front wheel drive only. Make sure front wheel is pulling okay. Just feel the suspension to see if anything's talking to me. Note any kind of like bumps and make sure they're pretty much the same. And good way to do this is roll this in front wheel drive only, because you can really feel it. And I'm not seeing anything big. I'm seeing our normal cracks that we have out here. We have to looking good here, and then let's see our run out. Oh, we got an old one. Hopefully that comes through. There we go. That's pretty special. Maybe we'll run down to the airport and take a look and see what the hell that was. That is beautiful. Hey man, I want some kind of, we got to get rid of that. This is why you check, because this will fuck you up, dude. This will fuck you up 9 ways to whenever. Holy shit, what's this? Oh yeah, that's a wheel destroyer right there. Looks like some kind of little trailer hitch pin or something. Look at this, guys. That'll ruin your whole day. That'll ruin your whole day. I don't care if you got flat out or not. You pick that up for 50, 60, plan your funeral. That's crazy. Okay, that's why we check. That's why we check. So we're not even going to put this out. We're not even going to throw it to the side, because I don't want this ever coming back in the road again. That's a nightmare. Alright, let's check a little bit ways up. We check all the way to the curve. Just keep going. Man, I usually find rocks and stuff, and maybe a screw or a nail once in a while. But that's a game over development. Okay, so we're good by here. We don't ever come this far. Just sometimes when you got to run out, if you got brake failure, we got that hill in front of us. Well, it's not a hill, it's just an upgrade after this. So you'll be going up. So the last thing you want to do is be doing out speed runs and stuff and don't have a contingency plan for your run out. So here our run out, let me just show you real quick. Here our contingency plan is to come down here, and we can shoot this corner at 50 if we kind of have to apex it a little bit. But note in this thing, so you can come straight from here and you can apex this corner really good. You can go over 2 lanes and you can follow it out. But you can notice there's a rise on the way out. So if you go for your brakes and they blow off the bike, which it's not happened on wired bikes, but some bikes have. I've seen it on the internet. When you're doing speed runs and things, you go a little too hard and you pull. A lot of times people blow them going down hills and things. But it's a very rare occurrence, but if it does happen, you should have it. And like, if you're racing at all, you should always have an extended point. You shouldn't have like a brick wall you're running into. That's just for a dumbass. I'll tell you what, there's some dumbasses on YouTube that come down hills towards concrete walls and try the brakes. They should know better, because they ride motorcycles. They know better, but they do it anyway. So I don't like finding shit on the track. That's not a good way to start the day. go back and slap this into my pack real quick, and then we'll get back to, we'll just take a medium rundown and see how we're doing at medium speed. But that's ridiculous, guys. But that's why we do this. That's why you come out and clean your track. Clean your track, make sure your track's good. You don't need this shit. We'll go over this later. Maybe this will be the thumbnail right here. Maybe I do something like that and shit, or that. Be sure to clean the track or something. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. But I'm gonna put it in my pack so I can have it for post later. Alright, let's go give it a medium. So this is kind of what we do every time we come out here, except you guys never see it, and we're getting a bigger crosswind now. Alright, well, let's just take off from here since we're only going to take a medium shot at it. Let's put it in dual battery and just give it a little, get my feet on the pedal, right? Alright, give it a little hit. Yeah, there's a little pop at the end of that. And that was just barely moving the throttle on that one. Oh my goodness. Alright, welcome back everybody. Having a few camera difficulties. Try a few starts now. Let's take another little run down there, see how we do. We're just going to go on moving. That was a little bit wrong, I think. We'll see. Okay, sports fans, what'd you think? Those are two awesome runs, right? The second one's probably better than the first. I don't know. We'll have to check it out in post because too much going on. I can't check speeds and everything like that. All I can do is avoid the bumps and stay on the bike. So that's what our main thing. We got a nice flyby for you. We're gonna put that one in there too. I previewed it. It looks killer. So hopefully it sounds killer too, because I couldn't really hear it because I got the helmet on. Microphones are all in helmets. That's why we got the helmets on right now, or else I wouldn't have it. But I'm not going to take it out because you're just going to get a lot of muff noise. But anyway, that was a fun ride. I think we've kind of exhausted the 8th for right now. So this is the last video you're going to see on the 8th. Some people will be very excited to hear that, especially the ones that can't keep up, especially the really slow guys. Anyway. The next thing we're going to do is go conquer a mountain. I don't know if it shows up in the background back there, but it's up in the mist. I had fun today. Different scenario. Not cutting through the air as much. The air feels a little thicker. Feels like a more of a wall pushed on me. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to see in post what the time is. I don't know. Maybe it's just the difference in the feel of the bike versus single battery versus double battery. The double battery bike handles a little different, so it has different characteristics to it. So maybe that's what I'm feeling. Maybe it's just the extra part of the bike. I have no idea what my speeds are right now, but hopefully they're pretty good. We're trying to beat an 1154. It didn't quite feel like it, but I don't know. You know, it could be a tenth faster. It could be a half slower. Who knows? But like I said, we'll check it all out in post. We'll get it all washed out and sorted up for you. But you know, this is it. This is the gear. This is in basically its natural state, except for not having the all-terrains, having the Wanda Fat Tires. Fat Tire House in LA. We support them for tires. And tires, that's where we get our tires from. So maybe more stuff from them in the future. I don't know. It depends on what they want to do. I'll leave that up to them. If they want to bring something to me and say, hey, we want to do this, We'll check it out. If it passes, we'll stand behind that too. That goes along for everybody out there. Anybody that has anything, like we've talked about, grips, bar ends, mirrors, seats, pedals, you name it, you got it, you want it seen, you put it here. We don't have a big reach on here. We do get a few views. I mean, it's not bad. It's just a starting channel. This was only meant to be a knowledge-based channel for the enthusiast group, but now it's turning into something bigger. We've done no advertising for this group. This is just a few people from the group and searching through the internet, and we don't even have the YouTube algorithms down to know how to upload and make our stuff more attractable to people, easier to find. So we're going to learn that and go with that. One-man show here. This is all I got, and I don't get paid for it. So, you know, there's the things you get paid for that move up on the hierarchy, right? And there's the things that you don't get paid for, you get paid very minimal for, or you don't get paid at all for, and those are way down in spare time, which is at a minimum. Hopefully that's going to increase, because I'm definitely going to take a more front and center approach to this medium. To YouTube, I'm going to dedicate a lot more time to it, to trying to figure out things behind the scenes. That doesn't mean that the production flow is going to go up or anything. It means the quality of the stuff is going to get any better. You know, that's going to take hardware. That's going to take, you know, just learning the process. You know, I'm just I got my YouTube training wheels on right now. So we should make our markers. We should be monetized, you know, in time. And our timelines are good. Our watch hours look good. Our subscribers are coming in. But one thing about you subscribers, you guys are freaking awesome, man. And I tell you what, I'm making a note of everybody that's in there. My first 1,000 people are going to be in my royal club. So when I get big stuff, I'm going to announce it to you guys, and it's going to be on it. It's going to be like a channel that you have to pay for without having to pay for it for you guys. So we're not going to do that. But for my first 1,000 people, the people that grew my channel, stuck by me, gave me encouragement, gave me some suggestions, I'm going to treat y'all good. And, you know, you'll see. You'll see how good I treat you. I treat my people well. So anyway, hopefully that will all happen. Well, that wraps it for the 8th here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going back to all terrains, and we're going to do all terrain stuff now. We're going to do battery off all terrain, so we'll be able to take it out on the dirt without the big battery pack in the back, and you know, we'll go see how it does in the dirt a little bit with the all terrains, and see, you know, is there a certain tire pressure should run for gravel roads, things like that. So we're going to start there. That's something else to do. We can do that. We have our mountain test we're going to do. We got one of the steepest mountains in California as far as grade goes, over 1 mile, and 1.5 miles for sure, and about tied for number 1 in mile with Socrates grade. So we have that. And then I do have another special road in Vacaville. We just got it all measured out and everything. It came back officially 44% grade. So we're right on track with the steepest street in the world. It's a smaller run. It's not a street. It's a paved road that goes to a communications tower, and we have access to it, so we hope to bring that. I need to talk to Steven before I do that, because I might blow the whole bike up doing it. So I just want to make sure we're on the same page. If I'm going to toast my bike, I'm going to put that off to the last review I do with this bike. So that'll be about 6 months down the road. We'll take that bad boy on, because I got a lot of testing before then. But if Wired's willing to, you know, have parts available so I can get parts that I blow up on the bike, and if anything bad happens to the bike, they're kind of going to help me out a little bit as far as getting that down, because I think it'd be some really great footage for them, because there's not anybody else out there climbing a 44% grade with anybody's bike. So we got that. We got a few guys on YouTube that go under underpasses and stuff like that on their one wheels and things like that absolutely are ridiculous. So I'm just talking about normal e-bikes in a normal road setting. You can't go anywhere in the United States and find an actual main road that has that. I mean, you can go to Hawaii. They have the 44% grade there. So you could do that, but you got to get the bike to Hawaii and all that kind of stuff. And nah. So Scott did a great one where he took it out and climbed the United States' steepest hill. So we have that. So we're very confident that, you know, this can tackle the 44. But let me tell you this: when you bend forward on that hill and you stick your hand out, you touch the ground in spots. So That's 44% over the whole length of the run. There's spots in there that are like a wall. So it's going to be interesting. But anyway, end of the video here in the next few seconds. Great times doing the 8th. See you in the next one. Stay wired.